The wedding is coming up. Yeah, I'm so excited. I wonder if there's anything we forgot to prepare. That's your job, so everything should be alright. Wait, that makes me even more worried. It's not like I'm threatening you, so don't be scared. Actually, I'm not worried about you, but I'm more worried about my mom. Your mother? She's so vain, and her assumption is very serious. I feel bad for you and your parents. Hey, it's not what you have to apologize for. I know, but I know she's being sarcastic every time she sees you. Huh? Something like, we have a president in our family. Oh, maybe she said that. I hope you're not getting married just for the money, or something like that. That. As I said before, I met you. I had to break up because of my mom. I had a hard time. There's nothing I can say about that. Sorry. No need to apologize. It's all her fault. I'm trying not to make you feel bad and trying to be careful enough. Well, thank you. If she says something bad to you, I want you to tell me right away. Sure. Don't worry about it. I'll never ever leave you. Yeah. I'm sorry we're talking about this before the wedding. It's okay. We're going to be husband and wife, so we'll get through everything together. Yeah. Isabel, may I have a moment? I'm at work, so I have little time. What's wrong? Are you really going to marry Ted? Why do you ask? I think you know, but we have a president in our family for generations. Yes, I know. You sound so brazen. Am I not allowed to marry into the president's family? Ted and your husband accepted me willingly, though. Those two are too good-natured. What are you unhappy about? What do you mean? Of course, everything. Everything. First of all, you're uneducated. Even if you marry into our family, I can see that you'll be incompetent and useless. Is that so? I'm good at customer service and detailed work because of my job. Besides, according to what I heard when I saw your family, your father also seems not to be graduated from university, and he's in poor health. And your mother also didn't go to university. I can't imagine a poorly educated daughter from undereducated family marrying into the president's family. I can't introduce you to anyone at the wedding. Even though they didn't go to university, my parents have been working all their lives. They're in the hotel business, so they've been busy throughout the year. There's nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, I am very proud of them. Is education really necessary nowadays? Of course it matters. We are a family of company presidents, and we all graduated from elite universities. In contrast, what is your soul? Excuse me? Why would you, with a low education, marry Ted? It's because I love him. Perhaps since he grew in the president's family, he has a wonderful personality. My parents are also very fond of him. Of course! Ted is the child who was promised to succeed the president. How can he not have a good personality? Don't be rude. I'm sorry. Tell me the truth. You want to marry my son for his assets, right? You wicked poor lady. Mary, there are some things you can say and you shouldn't. I am not poor. Don't talk like that. You're insulting my parents. Are you against me? Such a cheeky girl. Fine, remember, I won't let a lady who's after money to marry Ted. Mary, I'm not after money. Plus, I'm not poor. Why don't you understand? You can say whatever you want. I will never let you marry him. Keep that in mind. Ted, I know you're at work. What's wrong? It must be something serious for you to text me while I'm at work. What happened? Thank you. Long story short, I just got a text from your mother. What? What did she say? About what you were worried. She said you guys are a family of company presidents, and she doesn't want an uneducated wife. Again? What has she done? I'll never forgive her. Isabel, I'm gonna marry you no matter what. Yes, I know, but your mother said she'd never let us get married. I'm worried she'll do something to us. Fine. I'm sorry. I made you feel bad before the wedding. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. Yeah, you're with me, so I'll be fine. Anyway, what I can tell you is that I'm marrying you no matter what. Is that thing going okay? Yeah, it went through without a problem. Thank you, Ted. Mary, please pick up the phone. Mary. What? Don't call my name. Spilling wine on the bride at the wedding? What was that? And then you say something like that? It's absolutely unforgivable. Oh, come on, it's true, isn't it? You and your parents are too selfish to marry into our family just for money. Since you're too brazen, I thought I'd share this with the guests. This is too much. I told you, didn't I, that I never let you marry him? I see. Then we'll stop the wedding. What? Is that how much your love is? So you were just after the money, huh? No, but you ruined the wedding. Let me break off the relationship with you. That's too bad. I mean, I wish so too. Oh yes, your pure white dress is now stained with wine. That dirty wedding dress looked good on you. You're such If you're still here, please leave now. I never want to see your face again. Oh, that's quite a thing to say. I came here to see you cry. It's too bad I won't get to see it. I'll leave now, even if you don't tell me to. Please do so. I'm sorry you had to cancel your wedding. No matter how I think about it, it's impossible for a girl from a poor family like yours to marry into a president's family. You should know who you are before you try to marry after money. Well, let me finish this conversation. Isabel, are you crying your eyes out now? I got to make a free time, so I've just finished lunch alone at a nearby luxury hotel and shopping right now. I thought I'd give you a few words to cheer you up. Isabel, you're reading this, aren't you? Oh, Mary, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. We were able to finish the wedding party now. Wedding party? Are you out of your mind? You canceled the wedding. Yes, the wedding was paused because you spilled wine to me, but after that, the father helped us to say our vows. What? What is that? I can't believe you said your vows in a wine-stained dress. No, I changed into a new dress, and then I had the wedding party in that new dress. I don't understand. Are you in your imaginary world? That's why I hate poor people. Elite families like us are always facing the reality. There's not a single one of us who lives in a fantasy world. This is a reality. We pledged to marry in the real world and had our wedding. Ted? Are you really Ted? Yes, I am. We just finished our wedding and I'm with Isabel now. What do you mean, a wedding? There's no way she can say vows in that dress. What the hell have you done? What? Why did you trying to ruin our wedding? Because Isabel wanted to marry you for money. Marrying a woman like that, as a parent, there's no way I could let you marry her. There's no way Isabel would marry me just for the money. Do you have any basis? Because all of her family members didn't graduate university. A low-educated family doing hotel business? It must be a run-down inn in the countryside anyway. Her father seems to be poor in health, and they are poor. That's why they're thinking of making the daughter marry a son from president's family, so they can have an easy life in the future. Hey, give me a break. What's that attitude towards your parent? Isabel's father is the president of a luxury hotel. I heard you said you had lunch earlier. Huh? Ted, what are you talking about? Have you lost your mind too? No, I'm totally fine. Isabel's family runs a famous hotel that has been passed down from generation to generation. I'm sure you've heard of it too. What? Famous for its chef? In order to learn how to run a hotel business, her father studied at various accommodations after he graduated high school, and her mother, who had been dating him since high school, also studied with him since he was going to take over the hotel. Really? By the way, today's wedding was at a facility related to his luxury hotel, so they got her dress ready right away, and the party was held without any problem. Huh? I don't understand. I've been telling you this whole time, but you wouldn't listen to me. The reason why Isabel didn't go to university is because her father decided to open a new luxury hotel, and she went to business school to learn how to run a hotel business. Is that real? She is now working as the manager of the luxury hotel. Huh? The accommodation you were talking about was a luxury hotel? It's still an accommodation, right? Her family is full of modest people, unlike you. You're kidding, right? Then what about your father being poor in health? He had a flu. He had a high fever, and it was pretty hard on him, but he got well in a few days. I thought he was weak. You didn't listen to the end and made up your own story. How many times do you have to interrupt me? Why are you interfering with your son's happiness? I'm not interfering. I just thought that if she's marrying you for our money, I had to stop her no matter what. I did it to protect our family. The president's family, an elite family. I don't care about that, and neither does Dad. There are more important things than money, possessions, and all that. Ted, I can't allow you to speak like that, even if it's you. I can't ruin this great family that your father has protected. Dad said it's okay to give up all the property. What? He said he was sick of watching you obsess over such things. This happened because we had such property. That's a lie. He would never say that. If you think I'm lying, then ask him directly. He said I don't even have to take over as president. Huh? That can't be true. You are our only son. That's why I was looking for a wife from a good family. You know what? I'm changing my surname. Hey, what are you saying? After the marriage, I'm going to take Isabel's surname. Of course, I've already got Dad's approval. I didn't know anything about this. What's going on? Actually, I'm gonna be in charge of the luxury hotel that Isabel's father owns. Why? He had always wanted Isabel and her partner to take over it eventually. He wants the young people to bring up the hotel with their sense of style. Oh no! Then what about our successor? Dad said he's going to let his cousin take over it. Huh? That's impossible! Ted, I won't accept this marriage. That's impossible. I'm already married, you know. Why did you do such a selfish thing? Because you ruined everything. I really wanted to be with Isabel. I wanted to marry her. What? That's why. I don't think I'll ever see you again, Mom. Wait a minute, Ted. Hey, Isabel, what the hell is this all about? You know, I married Ted. I won't forgive you. You took away my son, the heir. I didn't take him away. He willingly took our surname. Enough with lies. You and your parents talked him into it, huh? Please don't make us the bad ones. Ted is very impressed with my parents. Your parents? Yes. My father and mother cooperated with each other and were passionate about running a hotel. They started a luxury hotel while seeking the future of the hotel business and learned how to run a business out of the box. I'm sure there were many hardships along the way. So what? Ted was impressed by them who overcame those hardships. When my father asked him to take over the luxury hotel, I hesitated, but Ted agreed with a single word. What? He was going to be the president! Instead of living someone else's life, he wants to be a person who can live his life like my parents. But that doesn't mean... He didn't even have to change his surname. That's what I told him, but... He said that if he kept his surname, you would probably get in the way, so he decided to take over our surname. I didn't know Ted would do that. I had no idea. Since you didn't listen to him, perhaps this happened. Huh? How cocky. I don't need you to tell me that. I'm sorry, but Ted cared about you very much. If possible, he wanted to get along with you too. But he was so angry with you about the wedding. No, that was for Ted's sake. Did he want to be the president? That... I've never asked him, but I thought he would take over it. He values his reward and honest feeling more than status or honor. It was you who didn't listen to his thoughts. Is that so? His marriage was cancelled once, and this again? Of course he would get mad. He says he'll break off the relationship with you. What? Does that mean I won't be able to see him anymore? That's what he said earlier, right? I don't want to. He'll listen to what you say, right? Convince him to stop cutting me off. I also told you that I'm breaking off relationship with you after the wedding, so I don't think I'll ever see you again. What? Hey, you won't help your mother-in-law? I've already cut you off. You're not my mother-in-law. You're just a stranger. Oh no! Also, I was with your husband earlier, and he's thinking of divorcing you too. Mary, you made fun of me for not graduating university, but you were the same. How did you know? I didn't tell anyone. I heard from your husband. He said he liked you who didn't go to university and looked fresh. But look at you. Now he can only see faintly and lust in you. He said such a thing? Yes. It seems like you nailed it at the wedding today. He said, "How dare you pour wine on our son's wife? I'll never forgive you." Oh, I'm going to lose everything. How am I supposed to live from now on? You can take time and think about that from now on. It's your life, not anyone else's. However, from now on, Ted and I will not be involved in your life. Now, if you'll excuse me. What? Wait a minute. Are you going to abandon this poor me? Hey, Isabel, help me. After that, my father-in-law and mother-in-law officially got divorced. It must have been a surprise to Mary, but it seems that there were a lot of things that happened from the breakup of Ted's previous relationship to our wedding. After the divorce, it seems that she was given a fair amount of money as property division, but since she spilled wine on me during the wedding ceremony and stained the wedding dress and the venue, she was claimed compensation for the damages. She paid it at once, but I'm not sure how much money there's left. Then, she took the rest of the money and went back to her town. However, since she made so much trouble at our wedding, she has become the gossip even in the countryside. She made fun of us a lot. But actually, she should have been the one to be teased about her low education. I sincerely hope that she learns from this and becomes pure again like she used to be. Every day, Ted and I struggle to manage the hotel. I will do my best and devote myself to making our guests happy.
Hi, Maya. We're finally able to have children. You got pregnant? So what? Aren't you happy for us? Isn't it natural since you got married? Well, anyway, I'm sorry to tell you this, but the doctor told me to rest. He says there's a risk of premature delivery. So what? Huh? Pregnancy isn't a disease, so you should be able to do anything. But why are you being so spoiled? Grow up. You better be aware of your duty as a wife, you know? I'm aware, but I can't force myself. Still, you can't just slack at your housework. Being pregnant is not an excuse. Lucy, what are you doing every day? When are you going to come to my house? You are always so dull. Can't you act more quickly? You should understand more about your duty as a wife. What are you talking about? What am I talking about? I'm saying, come to my house right now and do the housework. Do the housework? You haven't done anything I asked you to do. I really don't understand what you're talking about. You haven't cleaned the windows, mown the lawn, washed the car. You haven't done anything I asked for. Cleaning windows, mowing the lawn, and washing your car? That's right. You've neglected everything. I can't do that right now. Stop being lazy. If you're my daughter-in-law, you should at least come and cook for me. Well, I can't take it anymore. That's enough. Get over here right now. I can't. Patrick, I'd like to ask you something.
Hey, Lucy, what is it?
I got a bunch of messages from your mother, and it's a little weird.
What's going on? Are you okay?
I don't know how to respond.
What do you mean?
You told her that I'm 4 months pregnant and that I've been back to my parents' house to have babies, right?
Yes, I did. I told her around the time you arrived at your parents' house. My mom would definitely be against you having a baby there instead of here. I told her I'll be away for 6 months on a business trip to Australia, and considering you're pregnant with twins, it's better for you to have babies there where your parents are. I told her just as we planned together.
Well, it looks like she's pretending it didn't happen.
What? What are you talking about?
I'll send you a screenshot of the text your mother sent me today, so you can read it.
Okay. What's this? She's telling you to come over to her house to do tons of chores, knowing that you're 4 months pregnant.
She's been pushing me to do it from time to time since we got married. But now that I'm pregnant, I went back to my parents' home to avoid her, you know. But it doesn't seem to matter to her.
She said she understood when I told her. I'll explain to her all over again later.
Yeah, please.
Oh, and if she says anything after this, you don't have to respond at all. You can block her if you want.
No, I don't want to block her.
You're okay with that?
My mom told me. She said that in a case like this, it's better to keep the communication open so that it's easier to know what she's doing.
I see. So we shouldn't just shut her out.
That's right.
Well, my mom doesn't know exactly where your parents live, so I don't think you have to worry about her coming there.
But I should be prepared just in case, right?
Right. But really, I'm sorry about everything. I have never thought that she'd turn into a wife-bullying mother-in-law as soon as I went abroad on a business trip.
Patrick.
But I remember something. I have a brother 3 years older than me. Remember? I told you that?
Oh yeah, I remember. While you were living in a dormitory in high school, your brother got married. He rented an apartment near your parents' house and went on his honeymoon. And then, 6 months or so later, he moved out without telling anyone, and your parents lost touch with him. Is that about right?
Yeah, but he occasionally texts me to catch up, but he won't tell me where he lives. We just communicate on WhatsApp when necessary. But even that kind of thing, he tells me never to tell my mom or give her any contact information.
Hey, is that...
Yeah, that's right. Now that I think about it, Mom's wife bullying might have gone to his wife.
Why don't you ask your brother about it? He might be able to help us if you tell him about our current situation.
Yeah, I'll try that. I should be able to go back to the US around the time you're in your last month of pregnancy. But if you need anything before then, don't hesitate to call me.
Thank you.
Lucy, you really are a useless wife. There's no way you would ask Patrick for help behind my back. What in the world did you say to him that made him so angry? He told me not to let you do my chores, that I should have done them myself in the first place. And all because you used your pregnancy as an excuse not to come over to my house to do my chores. You can go ahead and have the babies back home with your parents, but I won't allow you to skip out on the housework. If you understand, you are going to do the housework tomorrow from morning to night. I'll make you do all the chores this time, even the ones you've skipped. Tomorrow, you must be here by 6 a.m.
Patrick, your mother is still the same. I'm in trouble.
Huh?
Can I send you another screenshot? I think you'll understand the situation better if you see it yourself.
Okay, go ahead. It seems like she's getting worse and worse after I talk to her. I can't believe this is happening.
I thought the same thing.
I asked my brother about the truth behind his disappearance, and he said it was because she was a wife beater. 6 months after that, my dad divorced her, and he said that the wife bullying must have had some influence on that. The reason my brother didn't tell me the details is because he was hoping she would get better. He said he was just trying to see how things would go.
I see.
And now she's doing it all over again. And I can't even talk her out of it. Anyway, I can't allow her to do this to you until the babies are born. No sign of her finding out where you live, right?
Maybe not.
But there's no guarantee that she won't.
I'm sorry for troubling you.
No, it's my mother's fault for doing horrible things to you.
My parents are going to try to talk to her to leave me alone, at least until I have the babies. Can you think about what to do after that?
Of course I will.
And of course I'll think about it too. We can discuss it together.
Okay. You know, she might try to text you again without even considering your pregnancy. So there's only one thing to do. I'll probably ask for help from you and your parents. Would that be okay?
Of course. Let me know anytime.
I'm just reporting this to you. Late last night, Lucy finished giving birth. It was hard on her because of the premature birth, but she gave birth to healthy boys. At least Lucy is healthy and all. I'm so glad.
Oh my gosh, congratulations!
You know what? Please don't even think about asking her to do some chores for you, okay? Okay. I guess it's time for me to go. I heard you gave birth, but it was yesterday, so what's the big deal? You've already given birth, so you should be able to do all the housework. Don't think about slacking off all the time. Come home as quick as possible.
You've given birth before too, right?
Huh? You finally replied, but what's with that rude question?
Because it sounds like you don't know that right after the baby's born, you still need to rest, or that you have to spend all day raising a baby. Have you forgotten about that?
I don't need you to tell me that. Just get here right now.
Okay, I understand.
All right, I'll be waiting.
Patrick, I got a text from Maya again.
How did it go? Are you okay?
To be honest, I'm sorry, but no. She knows I just had twin babies last night.
Yeah, so?
And yet she told me not to skip any chores and come home as quick as possible.
That's terrible.
And she seems pretty upset. She's been texting me a lot and her messages don't make any sense.
What kind of things is she saying?
She says the housework is piling up, that she hasn't made any progress on the cleaning. I think she's in panic. That's not all. It's like she's trying to force me to do everything she can do herself. And she knows I just gave birth to twins, but she doesn't seem like she even cares about it.
I'm so sorry. I'll take care of the rest.
Thank you, Patrick. But what's going to happen now?
Don't worry about it. You just rest your body and concentrate on taking care of the twins.
Yeah, thanks. I'm counting on you.
Hey, Lucy. The doorbell rang, so I thought you came home. But what in the world is this?
Your son came to your home, didn't he? With his own relatives and my relatives. A total of 20 people in all.
I told you to come back and not Patrick. And besides, I can't let 20 people start doing the house chores. That's just too many.
You've been leaving things undone for a long time. I'm sure it's several times more efficient than just me doing it.
That might be true, but this is crazy.
I'm sorry. I haven't fully recovered yet, so I should rest now.
Hey, wait a minute. You better do something about it. At least let your relatives go home. I tried to tell Patrick, but he just kept smiling and didn't do anything. Patrick, what the hell are you doing? I thought the 20 people had come over to do housework, but I can't believe they were actually making me move. Is it about time you've already gotten off the plane and arrived at the new place by now, right? Even if it's close to my relative's house, it's still so far away in the countryside, deep in the mountains. With so few people there, it might be difficult to make friends. What in the world is going on here? Mom, do you still don't understand why you are in this situation? What did I do? I think you know what you did. Bullying my wife? Huh? You did it once to my brother's wife. He found out that you were bullying his wife and he broke off the relationship with you, right? You should have been sorry for that. And now you're doing it to Lucy. Excuse me? What are you saying? It's only natural for a wife to obey her husband's mother, right? I was just trying to educate her, to get her to do my chores. This is in no way wife bullying. I see. If you're still like that, I'll have to go the same way as my brother. What? I've decided to move out and apply for a transfer as soon as I get back home. Oh, you moved out too? Yes, I did. And I'll be taking Lucy's last name in the near future. so I'm breaking off the relationship with you too. Patrick, wait a minute! Lucy, I'm really sorry.
What's wrong, Maya?
I'm so sorry I said those terrible things to you.
I see.
I apologize for everything I've done. Please forgive me.
After all this, no matter what you say, it won't change my mind anymore.
But please, I need you to do something. I can't live like this.
It's no longer my problem, so please take care of yourself.
Please, you have to help me.
I have my hands full raising twins right now. I don't have time to worry about you.
Don't be so cold, please.
I have nothing more to say to you, so please excuse me.
Lucy, wait a minute.
After that, Maya had to live in the countryside. She has never been able to get along with the people around her and has been living in isolation. She always looked down on others and had an arrogant attitude. She has never been able to fit in with a warm community in the countryside. As a result, she spends her days alone and lonely. As for our family, we are living a peaceful life with Patrick and our twin sons. He has settled into his new job and is doing a great job of balancing work and family life. The twins are growing up fast, and every day is full of surprises and joy. In addition, Patrick and his brother are meeting sometimes, and our family bond is growing stronger. We see him and his wife from time to time, and they have welcomed us warmly. It is truly a blessing to see each other's children playing together.
Sandra, what are you doing now?
The little ones will be home soon, so I was just cleaning up. I've been busy this morning.
You know what? The other day, we decided to have a lively Chinese dinner with a few of our close family friends. My mom's friend invited us, and we had a nice Chinese dinner. My husband and the kids ate a lot of food and looked very satisfied.
I've heard about that, Vivian.
Oh, really? I didn't know that you had heard about it.
We live in the same school district, so we have a lot of friends who share that information.
I see. It's nice to be invited by friends, isn't it?
From what I heard, your family wasn't invited.
Huh? That can't be true. They told me that I can come if I want to, so we all went together as a family.
I see. That's different from what I heard, so I thought you knew about it. Looks like I might have misunderstood.
I think so. You know, you should have more friends. There's a lot to be gained from a good connection.
Well, I think you are right. There are still a lot of events going on with the kids. I'd like to keep in touch with my friends too.
I agree.
By the way, Vivian, have you finished your work already?
Yes. They sent me home early because the store wasn't busy today. I hate that store because I don't make more money by working there. We need more money since we have to spend on the kids. I wonder if I should change my job.
Children cost a lot of money as they get older. Let's work hard for the sake of our family.
Sandra, why didn't you tell me about that?
Hello, Vivian. What do you mean?
I heard you're having a barbecue at your place this Sunday.
How did you find out?
Because we live in the same school district, so I can get that information from my friends. I'd like to meet my brother too, and I wonder if my family can join too.
What? This time, we're going to have a party with just my fellow school board members. May I ask you to refrain from attending?
Why?
Because it's a party for fellow board members. We're going to talk about upcoming school events. I thought it wouldn't be fun if you and your family members attend.
Oh, it's okay. You don't have to worry about that.
Huh? Our family members casually eat meat, so you can just assume we're not there and carry on with the party. Even if you say that, I don't think I can grant your wish. But you and I are family. Your husband is my brother. It's natural if we attend the party, right? Yes, but... Then it's settled. I'll visit you with my husband and our 3 kids. Please don't do that, Vivian. About the barbecue the other day, don't you think it's terrible that you sneaked out and went home first? Well, at that time, you and the board members were kind of excited to talk about the school events. Meanwhile, my husband and the kids said they were full, so I let them go home first. Sorry about that. After that, we had to settle the bill for the food and clean up. Everyone, including me, was surprised that you and your family ate all the food and ran away. I took care of your bill, so can you pay me later? What? You're collecting money from your sister-in-law and her husband? You should pay for us since we are family. No kidding. I mean, it's a big amount for a family of 5. I'm sorry to say this, but you forced me to let you attend the party, so I don't think I have to pay for it. Besides, everyone was upset that you ate all the food and didn't clean up afterwards. Really? You're mad at us for that? You people are so lame. Huh? I'm your sister-in-law, so can't you just let me do what I want? What a narrow-minded person. Well, we didn't invite you this time. But still, you can't ask me to pay for that. I'm your family. It's common knowledge among us that you pay for your own food. What a stingy woman you are. So please, pay for your own family's share next time. Okay, I understand. You're so stingy. I wonder why my brother got married to you. Well then, take care. Hey Sandra, I heard that your eldest daughter won the national championship in the piano competition. That's amazing. She's always practicing so hard. Congratulations. Thank you very much. But she's still in learning process, and that competition was not an international competition. It's just a small reward. I hope it will encourage her. Still, it's not every day that someone wins a national championship. Is the result of her hard work, isn't it? Well, yes. I hope she'll step up from now on. By the way, aren't you going to celebrate that with your family? Huh? Because your daughter won the national championship, right? Aren't you going to have a dinner party as a reward for her hard work? About that, we made reservation at a fancy sushi restaurant since it was her request. It's a fancy restaurant that got a lot of attention on social media. She has always wanted to go there, so I thought it would be a good opportunity to have a small family dinner. It's not the kind of place you can just go for a quick meal. Fine sushi? That's nice. I'm sure your daughter will be happy to hear that. Of course you'll invite us too, right? What? Because I want to continue to support my niece. I'd like you to invite me and my family to this celebration. No, this time it's really just a family dinner. We are not thinking of inviting anyone else. We haven't even informed our parents. It'll be nice and lively. Let's have a big celebration for everyone. Winning the national championship in piano is a great thing, isn't it? It's not that ostentatious. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I've already made reservations for my own family members. You can change the number of people with one phone call, can't you? Please don't be so pushy. It's fine, isn't it? If it weren't for this, my kids wouldn't have a chance to eat at the fancy sushi restaurant. You can't just decide whatever you want. It's a family event. I can't just go ahead with it on my own. Why are you always so rigid, Sandra? Of course it's more fun to have more people attending the celebration. Anyway, Please change the number of people for your reservation. Me, my husband, and the kids are going to a fancy sushi restaurant. I'm counting on you. Don't decide on your own. Sandra, where are you? Isn't it time to start eating? If you and the others are late, can we eat first? Vivian, what do you think you're doing? I know the day you guys made the reservation for this restaurant. I've always wanted to come here. How did you know? The kids at school found out from your youngest daughter. What? She was so happy to be able to eat delicious sushi. She told us proudly. That's so sweet of her. Children can't hide their happiness. By the way, which fancy sushi restaurant are you eating at? Huh? You know which one, don't you? There's only one fancy sushi restaurant in our hometown, right? I also wanted to congratulate my niece on her victory. Since you guys will be here soon, we'll start eating first. What do you mean, eat first? I told you many times that this is a family dinner. Your husband is my brother. So we are a respectable family. I don't understand what you mean. What are you trying to do? We were about to have dinner together as a family, and you force your way to the restaurant? You have no consideration at all. We didn't even invite you to dinner, and now you're using the children to gather information. Don't make me repeat it. We are family too. What's wrong with wanting to celebrate my niece's victory? You're so rude. No way. Anyway, we ordered ahead of time. Hurry up and come. Hello, Sandra. You haven't arrived yet. It's been an hour past our reservation time. You're going to cause trouble for the restaurant. Are you out of your mind? Come quickly. What are you talking about, Vivian? We were full before the star of the show appeared. The sushi was great since the ingredients were so fresh. Some of the expensive stuff were so good that I could feel them melt in my mouth. Well, we arrived on time at the fancy sushi restaurant where we had a reservation. Huh? But you're nowhere to be seen. The restaurant is not that big, so you should have found us. What do you mean? I wonder. Well, I don't care if you and your family are here or not. We've had our stomachs filled. My husband and kids are very happy, so I'm satisfied. I think we'll go home first because it would be a nuisance to stay in the restaurant forever, even though we're full. Geez. So, do you mind to pay on my behalf? My husband and I both had to rush out for work today, so we didn't have the money ready. I'll get the money ready tomorrow and deliver it to your house. Enough is enough, Vivian. I won't fall into the same trap ever again. What did you say? You keep saying that you'll pay me later. After all, you still haven't paid me for the barbecue, right? What? That wasn't much, right? You're really picky about money, aren't you? It's not about the amount. Besides, it's a celebration dinner for your eldest daughter, right? It's only natural that the parents of the child should pay for it. I don't understand. It's you and your family who came without permission, even though we didn't invite all of you. Please pay for your own food. Even if you say that, we can't afford to pay for such a fancy sushi restaurant with what we earn. If you can't afford it, why did you go there? We came here to celebrate my niece. She's exceptionally cute. I told you not to come, and yet it was you who came without permission. Because I really wanted to come. My husband and the kids want to eat sushi here too. I couldn't bring them here if it wasn't a good time. The cost of eating there is never less than $300. Oh, really? I didn't know that it's that expensive. The kids wanted more, so we ordered 8 servings and a bunch of drinks. 8 servings, huh? That's almost $2,400 for just the food. And I don't know how many drinks you ordered, but I'm sure it's a lot. That's the thing. I just checked, and they said the total was $3,000 because we ordered all-you-can-drink menu. I was fully satisfied. So this amount is not bad, isn't it? $3,000 for eating out. How could you eat that much when you hadn't even prepared the money? I would have been afraid to do that if I was in the same situation. Because you and the others are there, so I thought it would be fine. You can pay it for sure, right? Are you kidding me? Of course you'll pay for it, right? Or would you treat us because you're in the mood to celebrate? That's a possibility, isn't it? Thanks for the food. Please take care of the $3,000 bill. Hold on a sec. Please stop joking. Why should we pay for you? Because I'm your husband's sister. Isn't it natural to treat me and my family for a fancy dinner? What on earth are you thinking, Vivian? Stop messing around. Hurry up here and pay for us. We've already eaten and we can't leave. For your information, we've been in the restaurant we booked since a while ago. I told you I can't see you guys. You're at the local fancy sushi restaurant, right? Yes, that's right. I don't know anything about that restaurant. What are you talking about? It's the fancy sushi restaurant that's all over social media, right? I see. Maybe I just didn't see that post yet? Seriously? We're here at the fancy sushi restaurant in New York. What? New York? That's right. The kids are going on a long vacation starting today. So we're taking a trip to New York to celebrate. A trip? I thought I'd expose them to art to improve their aesthetic sense here. While we're in New York, we decided to go to a fancy sushi restaurant that's very popular in the social media here. What? A trip to New York? I didn't hear a single word about that. Do I have to tell you? Only my husband and I knew about this trip. Why didn't you tell us that? Because it's none of your business. We didn't invite anyone. It was just a small family celebration. I didn't have to tell you, did I? So, you won't come to this restaurant I'm eating at? That's right. I don't think I know where your fancy sushi restaurant is in the first place. I'm glad you told me about that. You tricked me, didn't you? Why did you do that? Please don't say that. I'll say it again and again. I never invited you and your family. In fact, I declined, didn't I? And yet it was you and your family who got the information from my daughter and came without permission. That's terrible! No one ever told me about the trip to New York. Why didn't you tell us? If I had known, I wouldn't have come here. I have no duty to inform you about our family trip to New York. I knew your true intentions. Huh? I'm going to take this opportunity to say this to you. You came to the dinner party, though you're not invited. I can't continue a family relationship with you and your family, who would come to a dinner party without being invited, eat a lot, and then leave without paying. What a thing to say! That's very rude. All my friends around me were saying that too. They told me that they can't be friends with you anymore. When you had Chinese lunch the other day, I heard that you left the restaurant right after you finished eating because you had something urgent to do. People who were with you there were roaring with criticism. What? You can't just go to someone else's dinner or lunch without being invited. And you can't just leave without paying the bill. I don't think anything's wrong with that. Huh? It's not a big deal because both me and my husband work, but our income is too small to afford to eat out. It's not right to take money from a family like that, is it? No, it's normal to pay for what you eat. It's you who has your own crazy thought. My family is not as wealthy as yours. So don't you think you should help us a little? Please stop relying on us. Moreover, we don't want you to rely on my other friends too. Just because you make a little more money than my family, do you think you can rule this world? You're so cocky. I'm not talking about your family income. I'm talking in general. That being said, please pay your own bill at that fancy sushi restaurant. We are away from home anyway. What? You're kidding, right? There's no way I can pay for it. It's a total of $3,000. Where would I get that kind of money? I don't know. But it's true that you ate $3,000 worth of food, so you have to pay. I don't have the money. So you're going to pay for it, right? No one said anything about paying for your family's meals. Besides, we're in New York right now. It's impossible for us to come back home now. You'll have to take care of it yourself. What? I said it's impossible. If you don't pay, we can't go home. If that happens, I feel sorry for my husband and kids. Do something about it. I don't care. It's impossible for us to go to that restaurant. Besides, we're in the middle of a celebratory meal right now. Oh no! Can I talk to my brother? I need you to let me talk to him for a minute. My husband is also disgusted with your attitude. He doesn't want to talk to you too. He said you'll just have to deal with it yourselves. Wait a minute! Then what are we supposed to do? Why don't you and your husband discuss that? It's none of my business what you do with your payments. Well, I'll leave you to it. Sandra, wait a minute! What are we supposed to do? After that, Vivian, who was in trouble, contacted all her friends and asked for help, but no one was willing to help her. She had no choice but to explain the situation to the owner of the fancy sushi restaurant. But there was no way the owner could let her go, since she and her family have spent $3,000 for eating and drinking. She was reported to the police right after that. My parents-in-law paid for the food and drink, and the situation was somehow settled without incident. Vivian was scolded severely by my parents-in-law, and they are going to manage the family budget for the time being. My parents-in-law are sensible people, so it's only natural. I don't know how Vivian became like that after being raised by them. Anyway, we enjoyed our trip to New York as a family, uninterrupted by anyone. My husband and I spent a good time relaxing. Our children came home with a great sense of inspiration. I sincerely hope that our children will grow up well.
Mom, I think Rose's package is supposed to arrive today. Just have them leave it at the door as it is.
Got it. I'm sorry that I'm so useless. I could have helped you more if I'm fit enough.
What are you talking about? You worked so hard to take care of me and my brother. That's why you hurt your back. You must promise me that you'll never try to move your stuff by yourself, okay?
I think it's time to accept the fact that I'm old. I can't believe I'm getting all worn out over something like that. It's pathetic.
I guess you can't fight age, huh? But Rose will be taking care of you from now on. I'm sure it will be a lot easier for you, Mom.
But I still don't like the idea of having a stranger to take care of me. It's not like I can't do anything at all. I'm using care service for the elderly, so I think I can handle it.
Mom, please don't say that. Rose, who's going to be my wife, is going to take care of you. Why don't you let her do that?
Well, I'm so glad you found such a wonderful wife. Thank you, Arthur.
My pleasure. After the wedding, it will be the three of us, so it'll be more fun. You always said you wanted a daughter, so it looks like your dream has come true.
I can't believe you still remember such a thing. Anyway, congratulations on your marriage.
Thank you. Well, the package will be here soon, so please take care.
Rose, are you there? What time will you be arriving home? Sorry, I'm running a little late. Please, help yourself with instant noodles today. Oh, those things are high up in the cupboard, so it's a little hard to get them out by myself. Huh? At least, do your own thing when I'm out. You're not a child. If you can't reach it, why don't you just get on the chair and take it out? I'm sorry. The doctor doesn't want me to do anything that involves a lot of bending and stretching. I was hoping for you to help me. You have a corset, don't you? What are they for? Corsets are only for pain relief. It's not for straining my body. You paid a lot of money just to buy it, but it's useless. Please, stop wasting money. I know, I'm sorry. Rose, if you're going to be late, you don't have to cook for my dinner. I'll eat what I can. Then why don't you do that from the beginning? It's annoying if you bother to text me while I'm out. I understand. But what about Arthur's dinner? He said he was going to be late. I'll be home by the time he gets back from work. Okay then. Are you trying to say that I'm not taking care of Arthur properly? No, that's not what I'm saying. It takes me so long just to prepare microwave food. I just feel bad if he doesn't have his meal ready when he got home. Arthur can take care of himself. He's a grown man, so you don't need to worry about him. Are you telling me that it is wrong to worry about my son? I don't want to hear any complaints from you, so I'll turn off my phone. Rose, where are you? I can't find you. What do you want? I think my laundry is done. I'm sorry, but could you hang it up for me? Sorry, I'm already out. What? When did you leave the house? If you were going out, you should have let me know. Why? Because I need to know. Why do I have to report all of my activities to you? No, I didn't tell you to report your activities. You did the laundry today, so I was just wondering if you could hang it up for me. Can't you do that on your own? I can't. It's hard to carry wet laundry outside. What did you do before I got married to your son? He told me that you did the laundry. I didn't do it by myself. I mean, it was more like I had a caregiver to help me. I'm sorry that it's a little bit confusing. I know. Arthur told me about that. So I thought you're the one who'll hang the laundry outside. Well, I've already arrived at the station. Anyway, please do something about it. Okay then. I'll talk to the caregiver about it. So please don't worry, and I hope you have a nice day outside. I'm sorry for always bothering you. I don't mean to be rude, but there are many things you can do on your own. So please don't depend on me all the time. I'm not a caregiver or a housekeeper. Please don't misunderstand me. I'm sorry. Nicole? Rose, what's wrong? I left home a while ago due to an urgent matter. What? When did you leave? I was going to tell you, but I didn't know where you were, so I couldn't. I was in my room watching TV. And I was in such a hurry to get out, I didn't get a chance to clean up after lunch. Oh, don't worry about that. You can do that after you get back. Excuse me? Do you want me to wash dishes right away after I arrived home? Isn't that too much? What? You ate lunch too, so you should at least clean up afterwards. I don't know what to say. My back isn't feeling well right now, so I can't move as much as I want to. It's hard for me to work standing up. You are really sneaky. Sneaky? Yes, that's right. When I ask you to do something for me, you always say that your back hurts or that it's too much work. You always try to skip the work for some reason. You really are childish. I can't believe you just said that. I'm not skipping work by any means. I don't want to be a burden to you, but I have no choice due to my health problems. Then at least do the washing up. Why can't you do something like that? Well, I'd like to do that, but it's not easy. That's why I'm asking the caregiver to help. See? That's how you try to skip it. If you think you can skip out on anything when it comes to caregiving and nursing care, you're mistaken. Anyway, I won't be home until dinner time. If you can't do it, then just leave it as it is. If you do that, my son will be worried. If you feel that way, then do something about it yourself. I'm not at home anymore. I can't do it even if I wanted to. Well, okay. Oh, anyway, I got a call from Arthur. He's going on a business trip next week. Is that so? Looks like he's busy. I shouldn't bother him anymore. So, while he's away for business trip, I don't want to be stuck taking care of you. I'd like you to do a short stay outside during that time. Short stay outside. But you are here, aren't you? I'm here, but I really need a break. Do you have any idea how tired I am of taking care of you? I don't remember you taking care of me so much that you're that exhausted. Because you're always gone whenever I wanted you to help me. What are you talking about? While you're visiting the facility in the afternoon, I did all the housework by myself. You don't know me, so don't talk like that. Rose, you don't have to talk like that. Anyway, I will ask you to have a short stay outside while Arthur is on a business trip. Please, let me have a little freedom. I've already made an appointment, so please do as you were told. Are you serious? I didn't know that I was such a burden to you. You should have noticed that earlier. Just when I think I finally got married, I didn't expect that I have to take care of you. How can it not be a burden to me? I think you have a point there. If you understand, please go and have a short stay. Rose, is everything fine at home? Of course. Without you here, I'm able to make some progress now. I'm going to spend the whole day doing housework. Thank you. That's very helpful. Anything else I can do for you? What are you doing now? Huh? I'm about to eat dinner. Alone? Yes, of course. Arthur is away on a business trip. Didn't you cook pasta today? What? How did you know? You are such a good cook. What are you talking about? Your meatball pasta looks delicious. Nicole, you're giving me the creeps. Huh? What's wrong? Why the pasta is served for 2 people? What do you mean? I've had enough. Will you stop speculating and texting me? I'm not speculating. I saw you put the pasta on the table. And you just sat down on your chair, didn't you? I feel really weird. What on earth is going on? Rose, you're having an affair, aren't you? I know that. Don't you dare tell lies to me, old hag. I would never betray my husband. Is that so? Then who is the man sitting in front of you? He doesn't look like Arthur. You old hag! Where are you now? Are you inside the house? No. I've been watching you guys together with Arthur. What? You've been having an affair with this man for a long time, haven't you? Whenever I was away during the afternoon, that guy always came to our house. Hey, old hag! I'm seriously going to get angry. Are you trying to bully me with your crap story? I'm recording what you're doing now. What did you say? What a lame excuse. I'm recording everything that happens in the living room with you and that man. What are you talking about? I don't understand. There's a camera in our living room. A camera? Yes. Before you came, my son was worried about me being home alone. You didn't even notice because you don't clean the house. Shut up! That camera records everything that happens in the living room. So even now, I'm able to observe you. What the?
Rose, how dare you trick me?
Arthur? You told me that you went on a business trip, didn't you?
I lied about the business trip.
What do you mean?
I know that you've been bullying my mother every single day. I thought maybe someday you and Mom would get along. I guess I was being too naive.
I'm not bullying your mother.
You knew she needed help, and yet you told her to do chores. When she went out to visit the care facility, you brought that man into the house. I didn't expect you to be that kind of woman. Today was a fake business trip to prove that you're cheating on me.
Fake business trip?
I'm at a certain place right now with my mom. I've been watching you cheating remotely.
That's terrible. I can't believe you've been observing my activities in secret.
You're the one who's terrible. You refused to take care of my mother and brought a man into the house.
I don't care about that. Why should I have to take care of someone like your mother?
What are you talking about? You told me that you're more than happy to take care of my mother when we got married. Don't you remember that? I believed in you and decided to move in with you.
You only care about your mother. You should have tried harder to understand my feelings. I didn't want to be a caregiver, but I wanted to marry you.
Then why didn't you say so? I told you that if you can't take care of my mother, you don't have to force yourself to do it. If you told me how you really felt at that time, I would have come up with another solution. I thought you were being honest with me.
Then, let's leave the house.
Huh?
Let's leave this house and live together somewhere else.
Don't be silly. I won't ever live together with a woman who would bring another man into the house when her husband wasn't home.
What do you mean by that?
Let's have a divorce.
What? Why divorce? I'm not thinking about divorce.
You're such a brazen woman. Whatever the reason, I can't live with a woman who's cheating behind my back. Enough is enough.
Hold on a sec.
Get out of this house right away.
Arthur, what are you talking about? I don't want a divorce. You want me to leave you just like that? I took care of your mother. Say something, Arthur. Rose, I guess there's nothing more we can say to you. Arthur has lost his faith on you. Wait, I'm not talking to you, Nicole. I want to talk to my husband. Arthur doesn't even want to see your messages anymore. Oh no! I'm sorry I asked you to take care of me. Yeah, that's right. It's all your fault. You should take responsibility for this. But that doesn't mean it's okay for you to have an affair with another man. If you can't take care of me, you should have told me about it. I didn't want to force you either. Then why didn't you just say so from the beginning? You even used the camera to sneak a peek at me? I didn't use the camera from the beginning. One day, You started going out when I was home. I was wondering about the reason why you did that. It's normal for people to go out and have fun. You told me that when I'm at the care facility, you spent the whole day doing housework. But I didn't see any signs of cleaning. My dinner was always instant food too. So I thought I smelled something fishy. Why should I make you dinner? Just listen to me first. I looked at the camera. Then I thought maybe there was something in it. So I checked the record and was surprised when I saw everything. What a nasty thing to do! I was sick and tired of taking care of you, so I decided to take a break. Are you telling me that cheating behind my son's back is how you take a break? That's impossible. That's betrayal. Well, just because you're sick of taking care of me doesn't mean you can have an affair with another man. I'm telling you, it's your fault. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have cheated on my husband. Actually, that's what I thought too, so I checked with Arthur. What? I think I'm responsible for what happened to you. I told him that you are allowed to leave the house anytime you want. And? He said no to that. Why? He said it was unforgivable for you to cheat on him. Also, you weren't even willing to discuss about my care with him. He told me that caring for his mother and having an affair are two separate things. That's... I agree with him. I don't need you to tell me that. There's proof of the affair on tape. Arthur is going to ask for alimony. You're lying. I'm going to destroy the camera. You know what? Even if you destroy that camera, all the evidence is still stored as data. No way! Then what's going to happen to me? Since Arthur hasn't changed his mind about you, I guess you'll have to agree to the divorce. No way! I don't want a divorce! I can understand that, and I don't want it to happen either. But it's Arthur who decided. Then put him on the phone. I'll ask him directly. He doesn't want to talk to you anymore. He said that he wants you to talk to his lawyer. Lawyer? That's unbelievable. I don't want a divorce. And there's no way I can pay the alimony. I don't know what to tell you. But if you can't pay alimony, then you'll have to work to pay it. I don't want to do that. I could have been a housewife. I don't want to work now. Please try to convince Arthur to change his mind. What? Tell him that I don't want a divorce. Arthur already made up his mind, so I don't think it's possible. He's always been a very strong-willed boy, even now. Don't say that. You want to help me because you feel sorry that I had to take care of you, right? Then do something about it. I can't do anything because I don't have the magic to change Arthur's mind. My son and I are staying overnight at a hotel today. You must leave that house by the time we get back tomorrow. That's terrible. I have nowhere to go. I don't care. Why don't you go to the house of the man you're cheating with? I can't. Why not? Because he has a wife and kids. Seriously? You really are a shameless person. There's no way I can help you. Don't say that. Please help me, I beg you. I'll stop having an affair from now on, and I'll take care of you. No, thank you. I'll ask the care service I've been using to do that for me. But the care service won't be enough, right? You don't have to worry about me. When the time comes, I'll enter the retirement home, and I won't bother my son anymore. Oh no, I don't want a divorce, and I don't want to leave this house either.
If you are still home tomorrow, I will take the appropriate measures, so please be prepared. Please don't do that, Nicole. I have nowhere to go. You have to take care of yourself. I'm sorry, but I'm too busy taking care of myself. Farewell then. No, wait! After that, my son and his wife got divorced. Rose was quite persistent, so the lawyer had a hard time. But in the end, she was persuaded and signed the divorce papers in tears. It seems that the wife of her cheating partner also found out about the affair. She is now demanding alimony from Rose as well. It's understandable that she was being persistent since she'll be paying double alimony. But she did everything of her own volition, so it can't be helped. Rose's parents decided to abandon her for what she has done. Now, in order to pay the alimony, she's working a full-time job and a part-time job at night. She is now living a life of hard work to pay for the alimony. Well, serves her right. Anyway, I'm still living the same life as before with the help of care service. I still have a camera watching over me at the living room in case something bad happens to me. If my son ever finds another woman he wants to marry, I will definitely refuse to live together. I sincerely hope my son will find his own happiness in the near future.
Aria, I need to talk to you for a minute. What is it, Ellie? Is something bothering you again? You've been getting a little messy with the housework lately, haven't you? I don't think so. The other day, the way you folded the laundry was all wrong, and Daniel's shirt had wrinkles on it. Sorry about that. I'll be careful the next time. And you haven't been doing a very good job at cleaning. I saw the dust in the corner of the room. I'm trying my best, but I guess I'm still lacking in some areas. Sorry. No need for excuses. Can't you even do your job as a wife? Well, and what's with the food you make? What? Are you making Daniel's favorite food? That boy doesn't seem to be satisfied at all, you know? I try to make something he likes. Just trying isn't good enough. You're not fulfilling your duty as a wife if you don't make what he likes to eat. I'm sorry, I'll try harder. And by the way, I don't like the way you've been dressing lately. You mean my clothes? You have no sense of fashion. The neighbors are laughing at you. I'll try to dress better. I don't think you're the right wife for Daniel after all. If you don't pull yourself together, he wouldn't even want to be with you. Daniel and I love each other. Don't make me laugh. That's something I have to see to believe it. What do you mean? If you don't do a good job of housework, he will have a hard time. Well, I can't even dream of having a grandchild under these circumstances. Words are not enough. You have to show me that you can do it. Otherwise, Daniel will be fed up with you. Yes, I understand. Aria, I don't think you're a good wife. Ellie, what are you talking about all of a sudden? Daniel called me and he sounded pretty depressed. Why? He said you couldn't get pregnant again. What does he mean by again? He told me. He said you guys have been trying really hard to get you pregnant, but it just doesn't seem to happen. Is he telling you that much? Of course. He knows exactly how much I want a grandchild. He really is a very devoted son. But that doesn't mean he should tell you that much. You know what? Isn't it because you're so stingy with details that you can't get pregnant? I don't know what to say. Well, now we're clear. What? That you're not serious about getting pregnant. Oh, I don't think so.
I do want to get pregnant.
I'm not going to let you talk me out of it. I told him that if it doesn't work this time, then you two should get a divorce.
What? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. I don't want a wife who can't get pregnant after 3 years of marriage. Besides, he already has his next bride ready.
What do you mean?
I already checked her out. She's very different from a failure wife like you.
Oh no.
Oh, and just so there's no misunderstanding, he hasn't even met this girl, so it's not cheating.
Well then, so you're saying that Daniel is remarrying a woman he's never met?
I'm the one giving him the permission to marry her. I'm sure he won't have a problem with that.
I'm going to talk to him right now. Daniel, I just got a text from your mother.
Oh, I was standing next to her, so I know all about it.
So you're serious about the divorce?
Absolutely. I want my mom to see her grandkids as soon as possible. But you won't get pregnant, so we're getting a divorce. And I'll marry a woman Mom found for me. That's what makes my mom happy, don't you think?
I see. So you're marrying this woman just because your mother told you to?
Mom mailed the divorce papers to your parents' house.
What?
If you can, file them at the city hall this week, will you?
You even had your mother prepare the divorce papers?
She did it for me, and she did it for the best. You can't blame her for that. I agree that divorce is the right thing to do.
Oddly enough, that's the only thing we seem to agree on.
Huh?
I thought you cared for your mother because you lost your father. I hate myself for not noticing that you were a mama's boy.
Hey, watch your mouth.
Goodbye, mama's boy. Ellie, can I have a quick word with you?
What now? I have nothing more to say to you.
I talked to Daniel and confirmed the divorce.
So you finally understand. It took longer than we thought.
Isn't it one-sided to end it this way?
It's because of your inability to conceive a child, isn't it? There's nothing you can do about it. If you're going to hate me, hate yourself.
Our relationship shouldn't be that simple. I think we need to talk more.
Talk about what? We've talked enough. I want grandchildren, and Daniel agrees with me on that.
But Ellie, I've tried so hard to be a part of your family.
And this is the result. I don't want a wife who can't have grandchildren and can't do her chores.
I've worked so hard all this time, and that's a harsh thing to say.
I know you didn't want this, but what about me? How can I dream of seeing my grandchildren's faces every day and accept the reality that it won't come true?
I am suffering the same way, but I don't think it's a good idea to end it this way.
It's already decided. You need to get out of her life. Aria, it's been a while.
Huh? I guess I forgot to block you. Bye.
Wait a minute. I have something very important to tell you. It has to do with your future, so please listen to me.
What are you talking about?
It's very important. I know we're divorced, but I texted you because I have to tell you something. I hope you can understand my feelings, please.
Please be brief.
Did you have a baby?
What?
You scared the shit out of me.
Well, how did you know I had a baby?
Mom said she saw you walking around with a kid when she was on vacation. She says she will be nice to you this time, so come back.
I see.
So, will you come back?
I don't think so. So your mother said she saw me, so what?
You're awful, aren't you?
Awful?
Mom said you looked really uncomfortable when she talked to you. When she tried to hold your baby, saying, "I'm your grandma," you looked at her with the most horrified look in your eyes,
and you just ran off, right?
So?
After all the trouble she went through to talk to you, you ruined her joy at seeing her grandchild. You should think about it a little.
You know what? I'm pretty sure you got the wrong guy.
Huh?
I have a child now, but I haven't seen your mother since the divorce. And my child has nothing to do with you.
You can't lie to me like that.
Whatever you say, but it's true.
But my mother says she met you. There's no way she could be wrong.
You know, you're still the same old mama's boy, aren't you?
Huh?
If you're going to go that far, can you show me the proof that your mother spoke to me and not the wrong person?
Proof? Mom said she saw you. Isn't that proof enough?
I told you. I don't remember anything, and I'm sure she's mistaken me for someone else. I don't know what you think you're doing. We've been divorced for years. We're strangers. Don't drag me into your ridiculous delusions.
Hey, I know you're there. I know you've been trying to stay away, but you're wasting your time. Because I saw you walk into the house just now. Now open the door.
What? Is it you again? What are you talking about?
I'm at your house.
Huh?
Actually, it seems my mother followed you after you ran away and made sure she knew where the house was.
Oh, really?
Now that's the kind of proof you wanted. Come on, open the door and let your mother hold her grandson.
What are you really talking about?
Did I not explain myself well enough?
No, you didn't.
I'm just saying, I was really surprised when my mother told me. I have never even dreamed about it. You had my kid after the divorce, didn't you? Be honest with me.
What?
Did you find out you were pregnant after we divorced? If that's the case, you should have called me. Don't leave me out of this.
You know what? I told you before. My child has nothing to do with you guys.
That can't be true. Mom saw the kid. He looked about 3 years old. We divorced about 4 years ago. If I do this math, that means it's definitely my kid.
My child is 1 year old now. And he's not a big baby. So there's no way she can mistake him for a 3-year-old.
If you have time to waste on nonsense, get your butt back here.
Huh?
I'm saying I'll remarry you.
No, I'm already remarried to another man. Besides, my husband is a foreigner.
What?
My child is with my current husband.
I told you not to lie.
I'm not lying.
Even if it's true that you remarried, I'm the real father of the child. I'm the one who's going to get him back. Divorce him right now and remarry me. Mom says she forgives you too, so you can come back. Come on, open the door.
Hey, did you just say open the door?
I told you I came to your house.
I just peeked out from the window. There's nobody at the front door.
What?
What house are you at?
I told you I'm at your...
Where's the house?
In a residential area near the train station in the downtown area.
Downtown? Is it a 1-story house with cream and brown walls?
Yes, I just checked again and yes.
That's my brother's family's house.
Huh?
I see. So that's what this is about.
What do you mean?
You still don't get it? It means your mother mistook my sister-in-law for me and approached her.
What?
She got pregnant with her first child right around the time I divorced you. That's why he's 3 years old now.
Are you serious?
Excuse me, I'll call my sister-in-law. I just checked with her. She said she was approached by an elderly woman she doesn't know. She had only met your mother at the wedding, so she didn't remember her face. She said she got scared and ran away when the stranger suddenly approached her and treated her child like a grandchild.
I can't believe it. But she said she called her your name.
My sister-in-law's name is Ella. Your mother has a very distinctive accent. I think she heard it as Ella.
So, my son...
I thought you married another woman. Didn't you have a child with her?
Well, after 3 years, there was no sign of it, so I divorced her.
Yeah, well...
I guess she wasn't the one either after all. Then I found out you were having my kid, so I decided to remarry you and... Anyway, you said you had a kid, right? I'm sure it's mine.
Are you still saying that? You just don't get it, do you?
You can't fool around. I'll get a DNA test to prove it's mine.
You're American, right?
Huh? Of course I'm American.
My child is half Japanese.
What?
And I'll say it again. My child is 1 year old now. It doesn't add up.
He's half Japanese? What do you mean?
My husband is Japanese.
What?
It means I got married to a Japanese man.
Huh?
By the way, I'm living in Japan right now.
So you're not even in the US?
I've been living in Japan since 3 years ago.
Really?
By the way, I think you guys have been reported to the police.
What?
My sister-in-law got a call from a concerned neighbor. She said the neighbor called the police.
Seriously?
Well, I guess that's what happens. While you were texting me, your mother was at the doorstep shouting, "Open up," and kept ringing the doorbell.
No, we were just...
You're gonna have to explain that to the police.
Oh no.
And by the way, I'll give you a word of advice so that no other women fall victim to you in the future. The reason why you can't have children is because of you.
What?
I recommend that you get yourself checked at the hospital.
I'm the one...
Well, I had nothing to do with it. Goodbye. According to my sister-in-law, as soon as I finished this text, Daniel started screaming like crazy. He blamed his mother, saying, "It's your fault I divorced Aria, and it was my fault you couldn't have grandchildren." However, the police officer who arrived at the scene said, "We can't solve the problem here. We'll have to take you to the station to talk about it," and took them away. I don't know what happened after that. After my divorce from Daniel, I remarried and am living happily in my new home. My husband is Japanese, and I'm now living in Japan and enjoying my life to the fullest. I am much happier now.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!